The Message of the Divine Iliad, Volume 1, by Walter Russell. The Book of Desire. Section 5. Know thou, my messenger, that I, thy God, ruleth o'er all things of my imagining. For I am absolute, and all things which extendeth from the light of my imagining are absolute. Likewise I am perfection, as I am truth. All things which extendeth from me are perfect, they are truth. That which seems imperfect to man's eyes is but seeming, for he sees not all. Could he see all, he would see all perfect. As the unfinished picture seems imperfect in man's eyes, for it is not the whole, it is perfect, could he see the whole. Likewise, each brush stroke of a concept is perfect for that stage of its unfolding. Likewise, each stage of man's unfolding is a perfect part of the whole idea of man's unfolding. There is no evil in it, nor is there imperfection anywhere. There is but the one whole of everything in me, and all is perfect, all is absolute. For my universe is but the forever unfolding refolding of my one whole idea. As my whole idea is perfect, so also is each part perfect. For I watch o'er all warning things until their rebirth in me. At their birth in me, their perfection is my perfection. Likewise, at their rebirth in me, their perfection is their inheritance from me. At each stage of their unfolding and refolding, they are absolute and perfect, for I am absolute and perfect. That which man lacks in his knowing is still his in me, awaiting his desire for knowing. When he desires to know, he may know. Likewise, that which man seemingly unbalances in his actions is balanced in me, awaiting his balancing. And that day will come, for man cannot evade that day. Unbalance and imperfection exist not, therefore, save in man's timed seeing. For him who knows my light, there is no timed seeing. Desire of man, or tree, or earth, or giant nebula, is balanced in me always. Unbalance exists not in my house. Imperfection and untruth likewise exist not in my house. Likewise error and evil exist not in my house. These are but each end of man's balance pole, upon which he walks waveringly through his cycles, knowing not that I am there, measuring his unbalancing, to void it at the other end with equal opposite measure. For I balance all things as they occur, by voiding all things as they occur. For hark thou me, as I again say, that all my universe is but my imaginings, and I am not my imaginings. Thus do I watch o'er earths which desire extensions of their paths to outer reaches farther from their mother suns. 2 eyes have I to watch o'er each of these, 2 eyes to balance each with each, and 2 to balance each with every other thing that is. And likewise, when earths give birth to moons, 2 eyes have I for these 2 also, 2 eyes to measure paths for them, which balance with paths of all things else in the universe. And likewise, when earth mothers men, and other extensions of my life, to pulse my pulse of life, and live in me, 2 eyes have I for each countless part of them, to watch o'er each separate part, to keep it one with all my universe. Not the veriest microcosm in all my electric body, which is not thus double-poled, within and without, by my 2 watchful eyes. No path of man or bird or creeping thing lies unmeasured and unwatched by me. All paths of all things in my radial body are but one path, for of a verity I say, that slightest move of creeping thing on this small earth is recorded upon all paths of all things, e'en to giant star beyond man's seeing. Thus do I control all desires of all things which manifest my one idea. Likewise I see to it that all their happenings, which man calls bad or good or error or evil, add up to the 0 of balance in me. For there is naught in my universe which can be added to or subtracted from, which is more or less than the 0 from which all things spring into their seeming being, to end where they began for re-beginning. Hear me again say, there are not 2 halves of a divided one in all the pairs of opposites of my universe. There are but a seeming 2, and each one of these is of the other one, while seeming to be 2, and each becomes the other one sequentially to maintain that seeming. There is naught upon the earth which comes not from the heavens. Likewise there is naught within the heavens which comes not from their centering earths and suns. Each quickens the other with the giving of each to each equally, for each other's equal re-giving. Again I say that equal interchange is my will. He who desires aught in my cosmos must obey my will. He who so obeys my will commands my will to fruition of his desire.